Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'm George Connolly with Scratch Golf Tips, and today we're going to be talking about one of the most common errors many amateurs make when chipping. Now before we get into the video, just want to remind you real quick, if you enjoy this video, you can leave a like rating down below. That helps YouTube show it to more people who may find it helpful. And if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to the Scratch Golf Tips YouTube channel. So now let's talk about chipping. More importantly, a big flaw that many amateurs have when chipping. So obviously there's a lot of dynamicy in chipping. You have different lies, you may be in fairway, maybe in rough. You have different distances to the pin, you have different trajectories. There's a lot that goes into it. But one thing that a lot of amateurs will always do is generally aim right at the pin. Now there are certainly occasions where we do want to aim directly at the pin, but more often than not, what we want to do is work away from that and choose a specific point on the green where we want to land the ball. Then from there, when we have that image in our mind of where we want to land it, it'll roll out close to the hole. But that point, that target spot, that target area you want to be landing it to, that is not always right at or around the hole. Many times it's not even in line with the hole. So let's talk about this. If you're just off the green but you're about 50 feet away from the hole and you can't putt the ball, so you want to chip it, you don't want to just align your bod and your club right at the hole and chip the ball. You have 50 feet of green to cover. There's going to be a lot of undulation. So just like you wouldn't aim a 50-foot putt directly at the hole, don't aim a chip directly at the hole, especially if it is a bump and run. That bump and run is going to spend a lot of time on the ground. If you're going to flop it, land it right around the hole, then you're going to, go over a lot of that undulation, which is fine. But what we really should be focusing on is that starting point. Let's take our focus away from the hole. Where does that ball need to start? Now the best way to get that target spot is by walking out in front of your ball and visualizing how your ball is going to interact on the green. If you're out of the rough, you're not going to get as much spin because there's going to be grass between the ball and the club face. So you're going to want to aim the ball a little bit closer to yourself, further from the hole. If there's a ton of maybe left to right or right to left undulation, aim the ball nice and high. And then once you have your general vicinity, walk out to that area on the green. Take a look around, give yourself a little circle, and aim towards that circle. Forget about the pin, especially when there's a lot of undulation. For many amateurs, this is much easier said than done because it's not easy, especially mentally, to disregard the hole, which is where you want your ball to end up, disregard that, and aim towards a spot that is not in that general direction. When in reality, your ball needs to rest by the hole. Hopefully in it, hopefully somewhere very close to it, but that's where it needs to rest. We need to be starting the ball elsewhere. We need to get creative. This is a great visualization tactic that many professional golfers use. You'll often see them stand behind the ball and then they'll walk all the way to the hole. Not only are they reading the undulation of the green, they're also picking that spot where you want to land the ball. So once you have that radius, then focus on getting the ball into that radius, and hopefully after all that, your approximation of how that ball is going to roll out works. So, if you're aiming few feet left, few feet forward, you can land the ball exactly in that spot just as you want it to, and maybe you just didn't estimate how that ball is going to roll out well enough, and then that'll lead to a bad chip. That's not a technical error, that's just a calculation error. That's human error. It happens. We can't be perfect with these things. But an error that we absolutely can prevent is aiming right at the hole, and then you hit your chip and it starts right at the hole, it looks great, and then it falls down the undulation because we didn't calculate for that. We didn't look at that, and we just went right at the hole, and then the ball feeds off and you're left with a 15-footer, making it much more difficult for you. So just keep that in mind when you're chipping. If you automate, if your default is standing and aiming right at the hole, let's try and work out of that and get you closer to the hole, get more up and down side around, and lower your scores. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions on anything that I mentioned or failed to mention, leave it in the comment section down below. I'll look at all the comments on this video. If you like the apparel that I wear in these videos, I wear John Morgan Sportswear. They are a proud partner of Scratch Golf Tips, and if you want to shop the John Morgan Sportswear store, you can do so and use the code SGT2021. That'll get you 20% off your order of John Morgan Sportswear, and I believe right now they're running a promotion where if you order more than $100 worth of merchandise, you will get free shipping on the order. So now's a great time to buy. The link for John Morgan Sportswear is in the description down below. Thank you all very much for watching. Play well and take care.